time, put me in, coach. Today we are talking about Coach Darvin Ham and Russell Westbrook. Will this pairing work? My answer to you guys is yes. There's a bunch of reasons, but I'm gonna give you guys two. Number one, Darvin Ham is a brand new coach, which means he has to figure out how to do things. Now, if I'm Darvin Ham, I would love to have a guy like Russell Westbrook because he's one of the best point guards to ever play in the NBA. Why wouldn't you want that to be your coaching job? I mean, let's just think about a guy like Steve Nash. His first coaching job was with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And then he got James Harden. Now, think about what's going on with the Rockets or the Orlando Magic. I'm sure no one wants to be in that situation because that means you're about 2 or 3 years away from actually being fired because the team is going to be looking to make some type of correction. Now, for a guy like Russell Westbrook, he needs this year because he has to rebuild his name. Now, before I continue on with this conversation, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video like an assist because here we're talking basketball. So you're going to get commentary, highlights. Most importantly, we're going to cover the biggest stories in the world of basketball. So without further ado, let's get right back to the video. A guy like Russell Westbrook has a lot to prove. Why? Because this is the end of that $200 million contract that he received from the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Sometimes the stat sheet don't show exactly how you may have played the game.
I know it was a long time ago, but this is the last year of that contract. So now he's up for a brand new contract. And that's going to depend heavily on what he does this season. Now, are the Lakers going to trade him at some time during this season? I don't know. We don't know. But if Darvin Ham can do anything, provide them with some defensive opportunities, most importantly, he has to understand that this team is going to need a lot of help on the offensive side of the ball because unless they go and get some defenders, which we don't really have that much cap space, and I keep saying we because I'm a Laker fan, but the Lakers don't have a lot of cap space to go out and get some of the top. Well, they don't have any cap space to go get any of the top tier free agents. So they got to kind of find guys that will work within their system. Now, I would love to see Drew Holiday come back. I'm sorry, not Drew Holiday. Darren Collison come back. Unless they do find a different type of point guard. And I definitely would like to see Stanley Johnson come back because he definitely did play defense. The Russell Westbrook that we're expecting to see is the guy who was super fast, the guy who could get up and down the court, the guy who's going to be out there on the court every single game. Now, that Russell Westbrook we did get, but the Russell Westbrook we want to see is the Russell Westbrook who can knock down shots because that's what's going to space the floor. My suggestion for Russell Westbrook has always been go hire a shooting coach. You have the money. There's no reason why you're not hiring a shooting coach because, I mean, come on, let's be honest. When you have a guy like LeBron and AD, your third option has to be a guy who can knock down shots. That's why they talk so much about Kyrie coming to the Lakers and how perfect of a fit that will be because Kyrie can knock down shots. Now, Kyrie's not an amazing defender, although he did show that he could play defense when they were playing against the Nets, but I do believe that was more of an emotional game than anything else. So what I noticed when it came to the prime Russell Westbrook is he had a guy like Steven Adams who was setting screens, and when he set these screens for Russell Westbrook was wide open in the mid-range game. So maybe they're gonna have to figure out how to get Russ going in the mid-range game, and then maybe hopefully that translates into him being able to knock down some three-point shots. But let's just be honest, outside of a guy like DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard, the mid-range game is actually kind of dead. And if you're missing those shots, then it's a very inefficient way to play. Although I still believe you go and you get the easiest bucket, whether it's a three, a layup, a floater, some type of 15-footer. I believe you go and get the easiest bucket first, see how the game goes, and then make adjustments from there. When Darvin Ham steps into this, he's going to have to define roles for the players so everybody knows what they're doing. Once again, this is really all Darvin Ham has to do for the first year, and that's why I believe this is going to work, because if he has a voice and these guys are willing to listen to him or just take his advice, he should be smart enough that he can actually set everybody in the right roles so that they can be the most successful as possible. For a guy like LeBron, he's going to have to be the decision maker of the team. Then you can let Russ be the second decision maker on the team. The last reason why I believe this is going to work is because Darvin Ham does not have to pay Russell Westbrook. All he has to do is motivate Russell Westbrook to get back to at least being a top tier player, which just simply means cut down the turnovers, be smarter with the ball, and get ready for the tail end of your career, meaning you're a little bit past your prime, so now you got to develop the other parts of your game, being able to see the floor a lot better and being able to make better decisions. That's really all Darvin Ham has to do. And then for a guy like Russell Westbrook, this is a year where he has to prove his value. I'm not saying that there's not teams who don't see his value, but he's going to have to show his value because he just came off of a $200+ million contract. So he's going to be looking to get a pretty decent deal after that. I'm sure he's not going to be looking to take any minimum contracts. He's going to be looking for some big bucks. So in order for him to set himself up to receive a big contract, he's got to play in a big way. With all that being said, I'm interested to know, how do you guys feel? Do you guys think that this pairing between Darvin Ham and Russell Westbrook will work? Let me know in the comments under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.